Hi. Okay, let's start this.
Let's get started.
Okay, everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Angelique Crystal, the master loctician of Locked and Pretty, and this is my podcast. We discuss all things locks. Today's episode that I am on point with, today's Sunday, so I got this down. We are discussing the consultation video, and it was with an 8-year-old who had so much lint in their locks, and it was so much buildup. It was a lot going on. And I don't know what that person was doing, but she messed up the locks. So basically, I had to fix it. And I'm just going to show you the process of how I did it. If I look and sound a certain type of way, I woke up, it's cold today. Like, I have my Pikachu hoodie on. It's freezing. I ain't turned on the heat yet until November. So I woke up sick. Now, I got one of these camera stand holders from TikTok shop, so watch my camera go. But anyways, we're going to start off by spreading out the lock. As you can see the contents of it. I'm so mad at myself. Let me stop this. Let me get you a better thing. Okay, so I use my lock comb, and this helps me spread out the lock. No matter how hard it is, I always still use it to comb out the locks. This water has a little tiny bit of conditioner, not too much because I just already know how to do a lot without the conditioner and I didn't need that much. But as you can see, her hair is very soft too, so that's why I didn't need that much conditioner. So I'm spreading the hair, I'm combing it out. In the content, she had lock wax color, so it did cause a little bit of buildup, but we was able to comb out of that. So I did two different methods. I did this first method of combing out the lock. Well, actually, I cut it off and then I combed it out with my hands, and I was like, that's too much work. So I decided to just comb it out within her same lock space so that I wouldn't have to find new spaces to do the locks. But as you can see, she has it in every lock. But it's just pulling it apart, combing it out. And it's mainly combing out the lint. It's not really combing out the wax color. You can definitely just wash it out. But it was stuck in her locks so badly, and that person, they had it since July, so it was a lot of just random buildup of lint, mainly. So yeah, I'm just combing it out. It doesn't, I think every lock took about 5 minutes to take out and then redo. So I'll show you this process after that. You can see what it looks like. And, by the way, she is tender-headed, and it was so funny. Her mom was like, it just kept on saying, she's so tender-headed, she cries, she does this. And I'm like, relax, I deal with tender-headed people. So she's not a problem. So, of course, after I comb it out, this is one of the ones that I had to actually cut off. It was so bad. So I redid it in my hand, and then I reattached it back. And this is how I reattach. I take the pieces from the bottom and I reattach those first because you want to make sure everything is secured first. Right there. And I do this with a three-prong needle. And then you kind of like push all of it inside. See, make sure the other side's in there too. I cannot record and do this. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I didn't record that much videos. But that's how I reattach my locks back together. So I use the bigger needle first, especially with her thick locks. You want to make sure they're all in place and shape first before you get a smaller needle and lock it back in as well. And that's just grabbing the extra strands that could be left over that are kind of loose. So use a bigger needle first and then a smaller needle after. in this space right here. That's because I also still combed it out, so you want to make sure um, you still crochet in every part of the hair when you do this after you comb out everything. And then you get a small baby needle like this one I'm about to show you. Oh, sorry. let me fast forward this. And it comes down to my right there. There you go. Get a smaller needle. This is a 0.5. No, I have a 0.4. This is a 0.5, yeah. And I have a few of these actually. I prefer the 1-prong needle over the 3 and 2, just because it's more precise. But I get through every single little hair that's left over just in case. Now, someone might ask, why did you need to take out the whole lock for lint removal? So as you can see, this is why it is stuck there. So this is even in the area where you're doing the regular retwist. And when you're doing retwist with gel or any other pomade product, this causes excessive buildup, which can cause damage to the lock, which eventually causes breakage, which she was experiencing a little bit of it, and the person was ignoring it. And they're just always, sorry, I'm sick. They were always just putting her hair into 2 strands, concealing the fact that her hair was unhealthy. And this is what happens when you ignore the problem. You come to a lock maintenance, sorry guys. And it just doesn't look right, as you can see, and you have to come to us for us to fix it for you, which it can be very costly. So that's the difference as to why I had to fix her locks. As you can see, mine's is on the right and her original is on the left. This is what it looks like when we're done. Majority is out, as you can see. And we just fully washed her hair. Her mom was like, oh my God, she didn't cry. Of course she didn't cry. So as you can see, we're in its retwist phase right here. You don't need too much gel because basically water locks the hair. You just need the gel for the look of the shiny look, pretty much. Do a little bit of locksmithing so that her hair, her frizz is under control. Let's see what else. Yeah, you can see how her parts are. A lot of rectangles in there. That's why I'm like, you should have came to me for your hair to be started. So, but anyways, but yeah, right here, we're almost done. I think her retwist took about I would say 30 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, she kept on, she wouldn't she kept on moving her head in different directions. But yeah, it was all good. This was a successful maintenance, especially with a kid, because they move everywhere, but it was perfect. So yeah, as you can see, we are done now. It looked amazing, came out amazing. We did some fishtail, sorry. And when I'm talking about the uniformity of locks is so that we can have the same volume on each side when we're doing braids, but that's okay. Only I would notice that. Probably no one else would notice that. But she ended up, look at my daughter. She she loved it. Her mom loved it. I loved it. I was like, don't let me come back here again. At least we learned our lesson, but this came out wonderful. I'm so glad. She's so happy. Okay, so recap of the video. We have an 8-year-old who had a lot of lint and lock wax color damage in their locks. The person who started their locks didn't know what they were doing. As you can see, she had four strand at the ends, and it was just always being 2-stranded in to hide and conceal the damage that was being done. I went in, I swooped in, and I combed out her locks, comb out the lint, and I washed her hair for the lock wax color to be dissolved, and retwisted it back up, did a style. She looks pretty again, adorable, and now we can't be looking at her locks all crazy now. So let's see, just small recap. Yep, she's tender-headed, no crying at all. She sat still. I am very patient with kids. They're not as hard as people think. You just gotta really be patient with them, and you never get anybody crying. And yeah, this is the type of maintenance I do. It took about 6 hours. Not that long. I thought it was gonna take 2 days, but I think that day that I started the consultation, I was tired. It was like the end of the day, and I was like, "This is gonna take 2 days," but no, it didn't. It took like 6 hours. Other than that, I enjoyed doing the hairstyle. It was great. I love. I'm gonna check up on them maybe in like 1 or 2 months to see how their process is, because their next retwist should be in 2 months. So we'll see how her first 2 months went after her hair was fixed. We're gonna see if she has any lint there, but you know, anything can happen. And hopefully, I hope to hear back from them about the rose water. Hopefully they have it. I don't know if I left it or not, and I'm gonna ask them. But I do have rose and rosemary water that I tell everyone to hydrate their hair in. You can find that on my Etsy shop. It's made with love. And it helps grow your hair and keeps it soft, shiny, and oop, my baby's up. So yeah, you can find that on my Etsy shop. If you have any questions, concerns, any videos you want me to make, I already have a schedule of the next video. It's going to be starting your lock journey, the lock installs that you can do, and that's going to be on Wednesday for our lock talk. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, the chat. And since this was an 8-year-old's head, and you saw that, would you ever lock your children's hair? Let me know in the comments. I know I'm itching to lock my daughter's hair, but I want her to be 10 and above. I want her to have that, you know, just make sure she knows if she really wants it or not. And if not, I could just comb them out, right? But let me know in the chat, would you lock your kids' locks? And I'll see you in the next video.